judges and everybody who's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pula. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Mahala Airtime. So Mahala Airtime is an incentive-based advertising platform that rewards users with points for engaging with adverts. So when we talk about engaging with adverts, we actually mean that users can log onto our platform and share adverts from the platform to their Facebook, to their WhatsApp, or they can watch video adverts, they can listen to audio adverts, or they can take surveys. So anytime they do any of these actions, they accumulate points, like I said, of which they can then redeem them for mobile airtime. Hence the name Mahala Airtime. 1 million people regularly run out of airtime and data, limiting their ability to stay connected. And also, on the advertising side, there is 600 million Pula spent annually on marketing, and 420 million Pula of that is actually on marketing or advertisement that does not promote engagement. Hence why we say because engaging rewards. So as I've mentioned, users are able to earn points by those actions that I talked about earlier. I'm not going to go ahead and repeat them, but how Mahala Airtime helps advertisers is the fact that we drive direct engagement with target audiences. We boost brand awareness through incentive-driven interactions. We also generate measurable engagement data, and as well as being a cost-effective advertising platform with guaranteed user action. We hope to make Mahala Airtime into a digital ecosystem whereby we allow USSD platforms or USSD companies to plug into our system, and then individuals are able to redeem their points for whatever subscription service that there is there. There are many other business, or rather growth opportunities that we will actually get into. However, our revenue forecast is as follows. Within the first year, we're going to count it as 2026. We aim to make 1.2 million, net revenue of about 300,000, and by the third year we aim to make about 10 million Pula, where the net revenue is at 3.5 million Pula. I talked about the growth potential. It's endless. In the future, we might be able to allow people to redeem their points to buy prepaid electricity, buy prepaid water, since that's where the world, or that's where Botswana is headed to, or maybe you can redeem your points for any other services that I won't get into. But essentially, that is the growth potential of Mahala Airtime. So currently, we have about 1,800 registered users. We are also Botswana Pride Mark certified. Obviously, we're one of the finalists here as well, and we have a growing advertiser portfolio. And this year, we made it to the top 10 of the Orange Social Venture Prize out of 105 contestants. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, my pitch is done.
If I have for example, I have a product I'm selling. I automatically have a Facebook page, I have LinkedIn. What would make me want to come to this? Why would I want to list or advertise with you or hand out my advert to be watched by you or by your platform or your people? So will the uniqueness be in the profile or the demographics of those who will be interacting? So if I have a particular survey, I'm trying to target a specific group of people, will that be the competitive advantage?
Excellent question, Mr. Judge. So with our platform, when users register, obviously they have to go through a certain KYC process where they put in all of their information, with their name, email address, targeting their interests, gender, their what they work as, and also their age as well. So when an advertiser comes to us, they tell us what their target audience looks like, and then when we then upload the advert into our platform, we then make sure that only those individuals that fit that profile sees the advert. Now, remember, engagement, because you've mentioned platforms like social media or Google, you're not guaranteed of engagements just because you are there, you are posting. You have massive pages, Mo Botswana, that have 400,000 likes. They'll post one thing and they'll only get like 10 likes. So we are saying that you are guaranteed your engagement when you place your advert onto our platform, because engagement is the highest form of interaction between a brand and its target audience. So we've said, you are able to share the advert from the platform to Facebook Facebook and WhatsApp. The reason why we chose those two platforms is because of the biggest ones right now locally in Botswana. And then also there's that incentive that individuals also get, which is the points that we were talking about that they can redeem for airtime. So those social media, there's no necessary incentive that they get for engaging or sharing your advert, jalo jalo. And when someone shares your adverts to their Facebook profile, you're also tapping into their network that they're having. So we're essentially turning people sort of into influencers, if you look at it, and also tapping into them, so you get more of a reach, more of a penetration, more of an ROI for your money being spent on placing your advert on Mahala Airtime. I hope I've answered your question.
So I think you've actually provided further opportunity, because I would want a further incentive to share with my network, which is actually more beneficial to the advertiser when they pass on the message versus just it. So
yes,
there will always be the question of, is it really somebody watching or is it a bot? How do you verify or validate the genuineness of the actual person engaging with that ad?
Right. So when the user logs in, the security checks, you have to click a box to, confirm that you're not a robot, or you have to do a certain puzzle or profile to make sure that you're an actual human being instead of a bot. And remember that you also have to put in your information as well, so that we make sure that these are actual genuine interactions, these are actual human beings, individuals that are actually engaging with your adverts. And they also need to have like Facebook profiles, or they need to have WhatsApps, you know what I mean, in order for them to complete the process. One of the features rather, that I failed to mention in the page is the fact that you have to complete the process before you engage, or before you accumulate your points. I talked about you have to listen to an audio advert, you have to complete that audio advert for you to accumulate that point. You have to complete the video advert, watching the video advert, in order for you to accumulate the points, or you have to complete the full survey in order for you to accumulate the points. If you don't, you're not going to accumulate not 1 point. So that is what we are trying to help businesses combat against, because if you look at even the statistics that Facebook or even YouTube provide, if you create a video on social media, the most number of seconds people are going to watch is like 3 seconds. That is a given. You will see that maybe you've spent a lot of money on creating this video to create 30 seconds, and so those other 27 seconds, if it's a 30-second advert, that means that the information is lost and you've spent money. The audience hasn't gotten all the information that the business wants you to actually receive.
The last one, if the advert costs me 3,000 to make, and you're going to have 3 million people watching the ad, I'm not going to pay you more than the cost of. So what are you considering your receiving?
Right. So what happens is that advertisers come to us and essentially they buy points. So the more they spend in buying points, the more interactions or engagements that they get from different people. So let's say you have a budget of 3,000. You tell us this is our budget. We also put it into our system that this is the budget. Once this budget has been completed, because every time there's an engagement that occurs, it deducts from that budget. The actual advert then comes down so that you don't go over budget. So there is that fail-safe that we have.
So I don't go over budget and I don't get any extra benefits?
No. Because that extra benefit, mind you, it's a cost to us. Every time someone engages as a point that they get, that point is airtime. Who then absorbs that money, or who then absorbs that means it has to be us. So we make sure that you get your money's worth, literally. Emma.
That's a very clever proposition. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's creating value out of two parties.
Yes.
And you're the middleman.
100%.
Very smart. A couple of questions
Emma.
for you. I think it's very clear, the revenue model is very clear and precise. My question is around security and ability to validate viewership. First of all, what is your platform? Where is it? Is it web? Is it what exactly?
Hey, so it's a web app at the current moment. So with the 250K that we're looking for, mind you, at 5% valuation as well, we are going to be developing the app where now it's an actual app on your phone, because we believe that instead of going to www, people prefer apps more than they do, actual apps more than they do rather going to www at the moment. But like I said, we already have early market traction with 1,800 registered users. So it shows that there is an appetite for people on web, yeah. So it shows that there's an appetite for people to enjoy the benefits of such of a platform. Yes, ma'am. And also, just to sort of clarify something, just because we're building an app, it doesn't mean that we're going to completely ditch our web app as well. So they're going to run concurrently, because there are some people, so there are some people who prefer, a larger screen from a smartphone. And then obviously, if you want it on the go, you'll see if you have memory in your space. And then I do understand the memory in your phone. I do understand the heaviness of it, because we're dealing with media. So we'll probably also include some cloud part of it, so that it's,